So if you've seen any of my posts recently, you'll know that I have been banging on a lot about making the most of yourself at virtual meetings and events. And that's because speaking online is very different from public speaking to a room full of real people. It's just as much of a worry for you if you're just having to pipe up at Zoom events as it is if you were a performer who's used to working at live events and you're now having to try and show off your talents online. I hosted an event last night and I heard from a magician how weird it is for him to go from performing at Las Vegas style events to doing his virtual tricks online because of course you're not getting the wows and the shocked awe of the engrossed crowd to spur him on. And it's also a worry for event organisers who are having to turn these events, meetings and conferences from real people in a room to virtual events. They are, of course, worrying about their audience as being able to still get a great experience, but they're also really desperate for their guest speakers to feel confident and to do a great job with their online presentations. As all these meetings and events are being switched online, we all need speakers who are going to develop the skills of TV presenters, whether it's you for your Zoom meetings and your webinars, or it's, big conferences needing people to wow thousands of people online. And it's hard to do that, to speak with authority and confidence to essentially a tiny little dot on your computer screen, aka the camera. Otherwise, the virtual audience is going to switch off and your hard work is going to disappear in a puff of smoke. But all is not lost. This is a skill that can be learned, and it can be learned quite quickly. Just as you learn how to be good at public speaking, you can learn how to be good at virtual speaking. Now, I kind of started the other way. I started out in radio, essentially reading into a microphone in a small news booth and it being broadcast out to lots of different people who I never got to see. And I actually then was able to use that when I started talking to bigger, larger audiences, although weirdly, that was quite scary for me. I think I now have managed to crack it in both forums. Essentially, that's what I've been doing to make a living for the last 20, 30 years. And it means that I can teach you, and in a pretty quick way as well, I can get you happy, confident, and wowing your virtual audience. So if you'd like to know more, please get in touch.